We are going to solve trigonometric equation, quadratic factor in trigonometric equation. Solve the following quadratic factor in trigonometric equation for all exact solution over the interval 0 to 360 degree. That is where theta is between 0 and 360 degree. No calculator. So the equation is secant squared theta times tan theta equals 2 tan theta, and we're going to solve for theta in degree. Common mistakes here by many students is they divide tan theta both sides of the equation. This tan theta cancels this tan theta, then you are left with secant squared theta equals 2. Then you solve for secant squared theta equals 2. You can do that in algebra but not in trigonometry. If you do that in trigonometry, you will lose part of the solution. And part of the solution is tan theta equals 0 is part of the solution. And we'll see what that means. So here is a detailed solution. Again, secant squared theta times tan theta equals 2 tan theta. So do not divide both sides by tan theta. If you do that, you will lose part of the solution. What you do is secant squared theta tan theta minus 2 tan theta equals 0. So you bring the 2 theta to the left. Then factor out tan theta. That will make it tan theta times secant squared theta minus 2 equals 0. That means tan theta equals 0, or secant squared theta minus 2 equals 0. So if you cancel tan theta at the beginning, you will not have this tan theta equals 0, and you will lose that part of the solution. For tan theta equals 0, theta equals tan inverse of 0. That means theta equals 0 degree and 180 degree. And those are the quadrantal angles. And those are the two solutions that you will lose if you cancel tan theta at the beginning. Then for secant squared theta minus 2 equals 0, secant squared theta equals 2. That means cosine squared theta equals 1 over 2. That means cosine theta equals plus or minus 1 over square root of 2. Now notice that cosine theta is positive in the first quadrant. That means 1 over square root of 2 in the first quadrant, and it is positive in the fourth quadrant. That means 1 over square root of 2 will be in the fourth quadrant. Then cosine theta is negative in the second and the third quadrant. That means cosine theta equals minus 1 over square root of 2 will be in the second quadrant, and cosine theta equals minus 1 over square root of 2 will be in the third quadrant. So that means we have solution in all four quadrants. So in quadrant 1, cosine theta equals 1 over square root of 2. That is a positive. That means theta is cosine inverse of 1 over square root of 2. That is equal to 45 degree. That is in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant, cosine theta is negative. That is negative 1 over square root of 2. That means theta is cosine inverse of minus 1 over square root of 2. That means theta is 180 degree minus 45 degree, which is theta is 135 degree in the second quadrant. Then in the third quadrant, cosine theta is again minus 1 over square root of 2. Theta is cosine inverse of minus 1 over square root of 2. That means theta is 180 degree plus 45 degree. That is theta equals 225 degree. Then in the fourth quadrant, cosine theta is positive 1 over square root of 2. That means theta equals cosine inverse 1 over square root of 2. That means theta equals 360 minus 45 degree. That is theta equals 315. So now you can see that 45 degree is the reference angle here. In the first quadrant, the 45 degree, the reference angle is equal to the actual angle, which is 45 degree. In the second quadrant, the actual angle is 180 degree minus the reference angle, which is 45 degree. In the third quadrant, the actual angle 225 degree is equal to 180 degree plus the reference angle, which is 45 degree. In the third quadrant, the actual angle, which is 315 degree, is equal to 360 degree minus the reference angle, which is a 45 degree. That means the angles are the quadrantal angle 0 degree. Then in the first quadrant it is 45 degree. In the second quadrant it is 135 degree. Then the quadrantal angle 180 degree. Then in the third quadrant it is 225 degree. Then in the fourth quadrant it is 315 degree. And here it is in picture format. So you have the quadrantal angle 0 degree. Then first quadrant is 45 degree, second quadrant is 135 degree, third quadrant is 225 degree, and the fourth quadrant is 315 degree. And that's the complete solution. 0 degree, 45 degree, 135 degree, 180 degree, 225 degree, and 315 degree. A total of 6 solutions, 4 in the quadrants and 2 quadrantal angles. Thank you. Please subscribe, share, and like, and ask your friends to subscribe, share, and like.